So Jakks specific figures, especially the Sonic figures, have been a very good success with the likes of the figures and the new characters they're bringing out. Obviously old characters and making them in their own style. There is one figure that I just hate, but I would love to have. It is the Super Shadow figure that is extremely expensive for no apparent reason. I can't get the figure. I'm not paying that much for a Super Shadow figure at any sort. I have Sonic, Super Sonic and Super Silver on stands, and the one that's missing is Shadow, so I kind of had my own idea. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try and customize this Jakks specific Shadow that just recently came out and turn him into Super Shadow. I don't know why it's so blurry, but we're gonna make this Shadow into, hopefully, into the Super Shadow that I want. And I'm gonna take him to the side real quick, and I'm gonna show you what I have. So, I don't know if this will work at all. So, obviously, I'm gonna need this like kind of masking tape to kind of like put around the areas I don't want painted. I'm gonna have to take off the arms, the legs, and the head. Well, the feet, the hands, and the head, so I can actually get a good thing. I need to like kind of like ping down the plastic a bit, so it'll kind of like get all the protective stuff off it, so I can actually get the paint to stick. So what I have is I have spray paint with, I have a primer and I have a gold metallic spray paint. So basically I'm going to shave down the plastic, I'm going to leave it for a bit, dry it, like kind of like take off all the stuff. Then I'm going to use the primer, put a light coat on it, leave it for a bit, come back when it's dry, and then I'm going to apply the gold and see how far we get. This could be a fail, could not. I'm gonna try it anyway. The outcome's gonna be at the end of the video anyway, so you know, we're just gonna try it out and see what happens. I do already have Shadow figure as well, so I don't really need this one. This is why I'm only experimenting on this. Is my first ever custom that's like with spray paint and stuff. I don't know how it's going to affect the plastic or anything, but we're going to try it anyway. So I'm going to cut to when I'm actually doing it, because I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to do it a bit later, and we're going to see how far we get. So the first thing I did was I just covered up all the stuff that I didn't want painted. My dad actually helped me cut it out, so like it wouldn't be all weird and stuff. And yeah, so basically there's just a process of me masking tape all over the stuff that I didn't want painted. And to be fair, the process was actually not as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it would have been way worse, but you know, it turned out great. The masking tape over it, because like we had like a little knife thing that we could like just kind of quickly cut out. The eye just kept really just peeling off, but I managed to get it just to stick on like that. And honestly, it wasn't the worst thing really. I thought this would have been a lot harder to do, but obviously it wasn't the worst thing. And it was probably one of the easiest processes that I had. And on to day 2, where I primered the paint and basically just spray painted primer all over the figure and just let it dry. There wasn't really much to that day other than just the primer. There wasn't really much stuff to do after that, ready to record, so I'm just getting a few shots. There was a little mark on his eyebrow, but it wasn't like the biggest thing in the world. On to day 3, where we actually sprayed the gold on the figure after the primer was dry, and it was looking very nice. It doesn't look that good on camera than it does into real life, but honestly it looked good. It was looking really, really good, and I was excited to actually like rip off all the stuff to see what it would look like. And honestly, I had a lot of fun making it, to be fair. And here is the results for the figure. So I'm just gonna come straight. It's not the best. It's really not the best. But I have to take into account this is my first ever custom I've actually ever made doing this kind of process. The thing that really kind of messed it up, I think, it probably was the choice of spray paint, or it could have been the masking tape, because the tape around the eyes, the mouth, and some of the spikes, it kind of like, the masking tape kind of the spray paint kind of went through the masking tape. You nearly fell over, Jesus. But like, it kind of went through the paint, and then it kind of like stained his eyes a bit, so I had to like clean that up. It kind of thinged his mouth under there. These just went completely like really messed up. I'm gonna like probably buy some white paint and just paint over this. The ears are kind of thing, you can kind of see like the grey stuff back there. That's like kind of what the colour was when I peeled it off. To be fair, the spikes don't look the worst. Like, I know there's a few black spots there, but like I could probably easily just clean them up and get a better looking super shadow. But honestly, I did really like making this. I think overall I kind of enjoyed making it. It was really a really good process. I think it was going well until I added the gold. Then I went through the masking tape without me knowing until I peeled it off when it was dry. Even fell over again. This is the problem with Jakks figure. But honestly, I'm not too fussed about it. I think he looks cool in the gold. I think he really does look good. I think it really does like stand out. It doesn't look really gold on the camera, but I'm telling you, it's gold. It's gold, right? Out of 10, I'm gonna give it like a 6, mainly because it's really messed up with the paint. It was going so well. The way that me and my dad cut out the masking tape to like cover all the stuff. Then we went through the primer part. Then I went through the sanding part before it. Then I went and added the primer, and then I added the gold, and then I waited for it to dry. It kind of fucked it up, but I'm not too angry about it, to be honest with you. Probably gonna go over it again with like probably like a little small thing, put a bit of spray paint on it and just paint around it kind of. Am I happy with this? Yes, I'm very happy with this. I'm obviously gonna clean it up, and I think he looks well with the other two Super Sonic and Super Silver that I have, because he looks different, and that's how Shadow's supposed to be. He's not just supposed to be yellow. He's meant to have like this kind of creamy kind of look. He doesn't have that look on this figure, but he looks different compared to the other two, which I like. And honestly, I'm happy with it. I'm probably not going to do another one for a while, simply because the process was about nearly 3 to 4 days, and unless I'm really like tempted to do it, I probably won't do it. But I was not paying about 150, 120 odd euro for a yellow shadow when I can just kind of make my own. Which, to be fair, I don't think it came out the worst, but it didn't come out the best either. So yeah, that was the whole custom thing. I'm actually going to give it like just a full 360 real quick. You can see a lot of the black parts, but like look, I think this looks really well. The back looks very good, apart from like obviously little black parts with the red kind of sticking out. I think this looks really good. The only thing that's kind of makes it look a bit weird is the front legs are kind of weirdly chipped, because obviously like when I was like peeling off, the paint was kind of like hanging off. The eyes are very dirty. Like you can see like in between the eyeballs, you can like kind of see the dirt. I'll put it up closer actually. You can see the dirt, just kind of like dents and everything in it. I don't know where that's from, honestly. It could just be me holding it, and then obviously the ears are a bit mad. But honestly, I'll take it. For a first custom that involved spray paint, primer, fucking sanding, I think I did well, because I didn't lose my shit over it. So that was the end of this video, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video when I do whatever the fuck. Yeah.